Hey, Emmanuel, welcome to New York.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
for Knicks fans that aren't so familiar with your game, can you describe what you're going to bring to the floor every night?
For me, I feel like, right off the bat, I'm somebody that, comes in, plays hard, brings energy, does anything to win, defends. Offensively, I feel like I can shoot it with the best of them. I feel like I can play on or off the ball, create for teammates, and really just be somebody, who's going to come in and give it 110% every night.
Our next question comes from Rebecca Harlow, MSG.
Emmanuel, welcome to New York. Looking forward to working with you. But I love that you have a great relationship with your mom. So correct me if I'm not saying her name properly. I think it's Nitrice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So just tell me a little bit about your relationship with her, how she coached you when you were a kid, and what you have taken from that relationship into your professional career here.
It's great. My mom's somebody who I, consider myself to look up to. Somebody who works hard, is driven, caring, puts other people before herself. So if I came home right now, she would tell me to take out the trash, wash the dishes. You ain't nobody. Basically, just to keep me humble and things like that. So she's somebody, who always, holds me accountable, tells me the truth, and that's why she's in my circle.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hi, Emmanuel. I know you had a good line last week about how you would take screenshots at some negative things that were out there on social media. I was just wondering what you thought of like the mock drafts going into the draft. I mean, a lot of them had you in that second round, and that proved wrong. I was wondering what you were feeling going into the draft, if you were like surprised that you weren't rated more highly.
Not a lot of people around me were just telling me not to worry about mock drafts. They're just mock drafts. A lot of people don't understand really, the pre-draft and, what teams are looking at and really any of that. So mock drafts are just, people, what they think and what they go on from the season. So my team and myself knew what I had done during the season. We knew how hard I worked. We knew how I did in workouts, interviews, and things like that. So I felt pretty comfortable going into the draft.
Ian Begley, SNY.
Emmanuel, thanks for doing this. I hope your friends and family are okay. Just wanted to ask you about, I think you posted something on social media about Kenny Payne and working with him at the facility. OB's talked about some conditioning stuff that he's been involved in. What's it been like working with Kenny at the NBA level, and what have you guys been doing lately?
I really haven't got to work hands-on yet, basketball-wise. Honestly, just really, I've been more with Coach Johnny Bryant and Coach Scott. But Coach Kenny Payne is somebody who he's pushing Obi right now. Obi's working out with him mostly, and I think he has somebody else as well. But he has him running, and just like in Kentucky, he's going to push you to be great. He's going to push you to, outside your comfort zone, and I'm excited to get started, working with him. I think I can work with him, this coming weekend.
Chris Iceman, The Record.
Emmanuel, just with such a short amount of time between the draft and the start of the season, I mean, how much of a challenge is that, and how prepared do you feel for the NBA?
I feel really prepared. Just taking little things, taking care of my body, getting the right amount of sleep, taking care of my mental side. That's just as important as the physical side. Making sure I'm in shape, lifting, taking care of my body, recovery work. So just trying to, I feel like going to Kentucky was an advantage where we had to kind of, really be in a bubble already, and our gym's right across the street from our living area. So not much has changed, and just continue to work hard and get better each and every day. That's really my main focus.
Steph Bonnie, The Daily News.
Hey, Emmanuel, thanks for doing this. As a point guard, I know you like to throw alley-oops. What do you think about what are your impressions so far about potential partners in that realm, in Obi and Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, I've actually got to play 2K and use the Knicks a couple of times. So, I'm already familiar with a lot of my teammates, being able to throw a couple of lobs at those guys. We got some great players on this team. Really excited. You know, those guys, Mitchell and Julius and Obi, they can, you know, catch anything at the rim. So it'll be good to play, you know, some really athletic players.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Just wondering, with this quick turnaround, no summer league and stuff, how much you think the familiarity of Kenny and the Kentucky guys that you know, does that help you get acclimated to this quicker?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Coach Kenny Payne's birthday was the other day. I walked into the gym, started singing him happy birthday. Everybody started laughing. So just having guys like that, and then obviously all the Kentucky players and all the Kentucky connections, it's really great to just be able to come in, feel at home, feel like I never left Kentucky, and just be able to get right to work and just have, you know, have that comfortability around me.
Spencer Julian, MSG.
Manuel, is there an NBA player, past or present, that you model your game after?
For me, myself, I feel like my game's unique, but just looking at different players that have had success, I look at C.J. McCollum, Lou Williams, defensively, Avery Bradley. You know, I feel like, you know, those guys can play on or off the ball, create, shoot, and really just, you know, help the team in a multitude of ways, offensively and defensively. So looking at guys like that.
Right. We have time for 2 more questions. The next one comes from Mark Berman in the New York Post.
Yeah, Emmanuel, you interestingly said that you've been working with Johnny Bryan instead of Kenny. I mean, is that a strategy, since you know Kenny so well and he's been working with you throughout your college career, to get a taste of you know, a broader range of coaches?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's good for me. Whoever I work out with, you know, I'm going to go 110%. Learning different stuff from him, different stuff from Coach Scott. It's just good, you know, get to work with everybody and just get to pick different people's brains and learn new stuff every day.
And our last question comes from Ian Begley, SNY.
Emmanuel, just out of curiosity, are you from the Baltimore area?
No, I'm from Haverty Grace, Maryland. I'm from Harford County.
So that's pretty far. It's far away from Baltimore, but it's a shot in the dark. But obviously, with Carmelo Anthony was a Knick for a while, Baltimore guy. Did you ever cross paths with Carmelo when he was? Did he have any kind of an influence on you, being somewhat from the area?
Yeah, I mean, I played Baltimore basketball pretty much all my life since I was about in 6th grade. So Baltimore, as far as basketball, that's pretty much all I know as far as basketball. Playing against, you know, guys like, you know, Will Barton, guys in the DMV, Quinn Cook, Josh Selby, some of the great players, Carmelo. I actually got to spend a little bit of time with Carmelo maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago during my pre-draft. He just gave me little nuggets about, you know, taking care of your body, going in with a mindset to be hungry and things like that, learning from the older guys and things like that. So it was really good to be able to have him in my corner and, you know, wish him the best of luck as well.